Many people are talking about 5G lately. It has become a hot topic in the past few years. Some of these people are consumed by hoaxes about 5G before they even know what 5G really is. Even some of them ask so many questions, be skeptical about this future. They said 4G even hasn't been optimally distributed, so why bother talking about 5G? The most funny thing is they said, you know what, 5G brings disease, eh? All the birds in the sky fell, and that at once. Okay. So, here's the thing, folks. 5G has been deployed since 2019 in several countries in the world. The first country to use 5G is South Korea in March 2019. But the good news is, this year, 5G officially launched limitedly, I repeat, limitedly in Indonesia on April 27. What I mean limited is because 5G will only be deployed to the first 6 locations, which are in Jabodetabek. Specifically in Kelapa Gading, Pondok Indah, Pantai Indah Kapuk, Widya Chandra, Bumi Serpong Damai, and Alam Sutra. Fortunately, Ambon doesn't count, but hey, it's still good news. For the record, 5G isn't a 5 GHz or even 5 GB technology, but 5G is the 5th generation of mobile network, which means this is an upgrade from the previous network. Now, according to Detic.com, 5G is 600 times faster. I repeat, 600 times faster than 4G. This will take us to the next part. So, what is the difference between 5G and 4G anyway? Okay, 5G uses the same frequency as 4G, 3G, and 2G. But yes, indeed, 5G has 2 federations of frequency. The first federation, we call this frequency as sub-6, SUB6, sub-6, which is being implemented in Asian and most of the countries in the world. Like I said, it has the same frequency as the previous generations, which is below 6 gigahertz. The other one is named millimeter wave, which uses 24 to 100 gigahertz frequency. Sounds high, huh? But this frequency also commonly used, especially in the military. No, not to harm, but for communication purposes. This also answers the questions about, is 5G safe? And also emphasize that the news about the birds fallen and die because of 5G frequency was just a hoax. Because think about it. It's using the same frequency as 4G. So why do the birds die now? Right? Why do birds die now? Why didn't they die when 4G and 3G was still a thing? Right? Why? It's the same frequency. But yes, indeed, if you stand next to the transmitting pole, the 5G transmitting pole, it will be a problem. You don't have to wait for the 5G pole. Go find the 2G pole. Go find the 2G one. Stand next to it, and you will meet your God sooner or later. Because you don't belong there. What are you going to do there? It is similar to the simple analogy that I would give to you. You guys, especially ma'am, cooking using stove, eh? Right? Yes. Does the stuff give off fire? Of course, right? But fire is really dangerous, right? Yeah, indeed. But it didn't stop you guys from cooking, right? It didn't stop you guys from cooking because it can be controlled, right? So that's how all of this works. It can be controlled. But the new question is, 4G even hasn't been optimally distributed. So why we bother talking about 5G now? Why? Okay, so here's the thing. Life is full of domino effect. Domino effect. When you make changes and it initiate other similar changes. Okay, for example, people in the city start playing an online game like, let's say, Free Fire. Yeah, Free Fire. So when Free Fire gets blown up, the providers For example, the provider's Telkomsel. Telkomsel will see an increase in bandwidth requirements. So, what would happen? They will increase the bandwidth for the convenience of their customers. Yeah. After that, people in villages also started to, interested in similar games like Free Fire. Again, provider will realize this, so it will be improved soon as well. So, if you remember the pattern, did you get the pattern? This is the domino effect, which started from the big city, then will come to the villages. Get it? So, this is what happens. If 2G doesn't come to cities, 2G won't reach villages. 3G doesn't reach the city, then 2G will not be optimally distributed. 4G doesn't reach the city, 3G will also not be optimally distributed. So if 5G doesn't reach the cities, then just forget about 4G that spread evenly. Just forget about it. What we need is an example as a start. Of course, everything will happen slowly. We can't just by snap of a finger and boom, voila, everything's there, all good. No, that's not how it works. I'm not Thanos, you guys are clearly not Thanos, and the governments are obviously not Thanos as well. So it takes time, folks. You have to wait. So, in conclusion, we can agree that 5G is clearly safe and worth for using. Just think about it. With 5G, imagine what will happen, because it will change anything. Okay, it will change anything. How we use network will not the same, because high amount of data using will be a lot of easier now. Imagine the wonders and innovation that await. This is an absolute opportunity. There will be people, who are needed to create new ideas that are certainly intended for these younger generations and our developers. Because you know what? The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building anew by Socrates. Anyway, my name is John Fabian Swatimena. Thank you.